The trade between Kenya and Mauritius has increased steadily in the recent past. Last year, Kenya's exports to Mauritius were valued at 108 million shillings, while imports were about 817 million shillings. There has also been a surge in Mauritius firms investing in Kenya, especially through acquisition and mergers. A case in point is the recent takeover of Chase Bank by the Mauritius SBM Bank. Mauritius investors have so far injected over 10 billion shillings worth of investments in the Kenyan economy.
You'll be very surprised, but the Kenya Mauritius bilateral trade stands at less than 2% of our African trade, intra-Africa trade. Intra-Africa trade stands around 13%. So we need to move that 2% to at least 13%.
The Ministry of Trade and Industry says it is working on a framework to improve the balance of trade between the two countries by leveraging on the recently launched direct flights to Mauritius and the services sector to boost Kenyan exports.
If I look at the structure of the Kenyan economy, and I find although your employment levels and services are 25% of employment, but it's 75% of your GDP. That tells me that you have a natural disposition towards services. For Mauritius, our services sector is about 70% of GDP. So this is an area where we can come together.
Mauritian businesses in these areas to come and participate together with Kenyan businesses in a joint venture sort of arrangement or a PPP, so that we can promote the business relationship between our two countries and deepen it.
The volume of trade is also expected to be boosted by the elimination of tariff and non-tariff barriers.
We have actually identified key markets and we are developing what we call specific strategy for export to those countries. Our desire is that we may continue to open our markets even wider and remove any trade barriers or non-tariff barriers.
The Mauritius Foreign Minister noted that they have partnered with Kenya to establish the International Financial Center to attract large financial firms and boost capital flows.